right, good morning and welcome back to the foggy coast of Maine. I thought we were done with the fog for the year, but I guess we got a little late fog bank rolling in. It's now almost October. We got 400 traps to haul today. We're gonna go through them, hopefully catch some cool stuff. And we also brought Calico Jack out of his tank. This is our pet lobster that we've had in the tank in my garage for the past like 6 months. He's been thriving, he's been doing great. He actually shed in the tank. Now he's huge. He's got a little lump growing underneath his claw. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of funny. Pretty cool lobster. Calico lobsters are said to be, hey, he bit me. Get off of me. Oh, he's gonna rip my jacket. Okay, I was gonna let you go. We actually brought him out here today to let him go free. He's been holding the tank. He's been keeping the bacteria established. And we really want to start incorporating the tank more into the content. And I think part of what we got to do that is just use it more. Calico's been in there for a while, so we're gonna let him go today. Maybe play some games with him on the boat and have a little celebratory release. But we also want to keep our eyes peeled throughout the day as we haul for new tank pets and new additions to the tank. I have a lot of fun with the tank content at home, especially since we're hauling the traps anyway. It's always fun to keep your eyes peeled while we're hauling the traps to see if we can find anything cool in them. Calico, he's actually still pretty soft. I'm surprised. Calico, for the most part, has been eating worms, also some pogies and some mackerel when I get a chance to bring them home off the boat. Calico Jack is gonna spend the next few hours in this barrel, kind of the tank pet, the mascot of the day. Today's an absolutely beautiful day if you want to get seasick. We're getting hit from a sea from the southeast and a little chop from the west. So we're getting hit from both directions, and as much of a ledge as this boat is, she is rolling around a little bit. This thing will roll the peanut butter right off your bread. But she's comfortable, head on into it. We could sacrifice a little bit of roll for that. How you feeling?
Delightful.
All right, we're gonna get to work, see if we can find something cool for the tank, see if we can catch anything cool. We've also got some fun games planned for Cody and Tristan here in a little bit. Woohoo! That's interesting. You guys wanna hear the concept?
Let's hear it.
You guys are gonna pick out a lobster each. You guys are each gonna, as we're hauling, you guys are gonna find your contestant. So you gotta find a lobster that you're confident in to play 3 games. Your lobsters are gonna go head to head and compete with each other.
All right.
Whoever's lobster wins 2 out of the 3 games, you guys win.
That's cool.
The winner gets $1,000.
Holy.
So you guys gotta find a good lobster. You guys gotta find a lobster you have a lot of confidence in. Here's the 3 challenges. So the first challenge, we're gonna hold a piece of rope over a barrel of water. We're gonna hang their lobsters off the rope. Whoever's lobster falls first loses round 1. Round 2 is gonna be the grip strength test. So whoever's lobster squeezes hardest wins round 2. And then round 3, we're gonna line them up for a race on the back, and they're gonna crawl off the back of the boat. And whoever makes it off the back of the boat first is the winner of the 3rd round. Whoever doesn't make it off the back of the boat is coming home for dinner.
Ooh, that's cool.
It's a good challenge. I like this
That's
one.
pretty cool.
All right, so you guys gotta keep your eye out as we're hauling.
That does sound pretty cool, I'll have to admit.
Here comes the first 5 traps of the day. Cody, keep your eyes peeled for him, if we can find any. We're still right in the middle of the crabs. So they're looking for lobsters in the traps for their competition, and we're catching plenty of crabs. These things have not eased up. It's all we seem to be catching the past couple of years. First 5 of the day, and we caught one of our V-notches back. We've been doing the V-notches in a unique way. We got a long, skinny V-notch tool, been coming in at a steep angle from the right to the left. Nobody else does a V-notch that way, so it's pretty easy to tell when we recapture the ones that we notched. So this is one that we notched at some point during the summer, and as you can see, she's finished dropping her eggs, so we could legally keep her now if we hadn't given her that notch a few months ago. Now she's protected. She's going down to make some more babies. So a pretty frequently asked question that we get about the job is the dangers, and is it dangerous? And there are a lot of things. Of course, just being offshore on the boat has an element of danger in itself, especially in the winter as the weather cools off, the water gets cold, and then this rope is also a big danger that's on the boat. These traps weigh about 65 pounds a piece. There's 5 on each line, so it's that. Over 300 pounds on each rope, and as we're pushing these traps out, they're going off the back of the boat. The boat's in gear, so the rope is pulling out. We gotta be really careful around this rope. This rope can get tangled around feet and ankles, and if it does and we're not paying attention, there's not really much stopping it. The rope will literally drag you right off the back of the boat, and there's not much you can do after that once you're in the water and you got 300 pounds tied to your ankle.
They can't all be pretty.
They all overboard and we're still aboard.
Have an ugly one, have a pretty one.
Which leads me to the fitting sponsor of today's videos, Ethos. We're gonna haul up these 5 traps, check out each one and see what we caught inside of them. As we go through the 5 traps, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about Ethos. Hopefully we'll catch something cool. Maybe like a keeper.
You know what we got here?
There's a couple lobsters in there and only 4 crabs. That's a monster Jonah crab. Look at the size of that thing. They're actually pretty good eating. We just don't have much of a market for them. Let's check trap number 2. 1 down, 4 to go. Crabs. Holy crap! So Ethos sells life insurance, and traditionally life insurance has been complicated to get, a hard process, and a time-consuming process. Ethos makes it much more simple. You can do it completely, 100% online, with a simple application. No doctor visits necessary. All you gotta do is answer a few simple questions. It only takes a few minutes, and you can actually have life insurance by the end of that same day, whereas other companies, it can take upwards of a week. Why this is so important, especially if you're in an industry like myself, where there is some danger and risk involved, and you are the sole provider for your family, it's very smart to plan for worst case scenarios. I know this is a sensitive topic and not one that a lot of people like to talk about and discuss, but it is one that's important, and important to myself, especially with kids at home. It's something that I do take pretty serious. 2 traps down, 3 to go. There's one keeper. This one's probably short. Some more crabs. So if you've been putting life insurance off, now is the time to do so, especially if you're a parent like myself. According to a Brookings study in 2022, the average cost of raising a child is $311,000, which is pretty crazy. Stay-at-home parents, not just the working parents, are extremely valuable to a family, and beneficiaries can actually spend the funds on anything they need to maintain a decent lifestyle. So my family, for example, could continue to pay the mortgage or use it just to replace my primary income. 2 traps to go. No crabs, no crabs, no crabs. Look at the sand.
Sand?
That's crazy. Did you hear that? It sounded like it was raining. Gravel.
Hey, gold.
Gold mine down there. We gotta go into the gravel pit industry. So get your free insurance quote today through Ethos. Again, it's 100% online, super fast, super easy. Hey, there's one of our punch tails.
Hey,
That's one that we did, our custom punch tail. Sweet. That's pretty cool. That's a fresh one too. We just did that like last haul. You can scan the QR code or use the link in the description. It's fast, get a quote in seconds, apply in just minutes, and in most cases, get coverage that same day. Applying is easy, 100% online, no medical exams or blood tests required, for coverage up to $2 million. All right, 1 trap to go. Hopefully there's something cool in the last one. That was pretty cool to see our punch tail. Trap number 5. We got a nice keeper there. I guess that's pretty cool. That's all I asked for in the beginning. Nice, freshly shed beauty. So again, you can use the QR code or the link in the description to head on over to Ethos, get your free quote today. Fast, simple, easy. A big thank you again to Ethos for sponsoring today's video. We gotta get back to work. Crabbed up 2024. Oh, I see a nice lobster in there for you. Oh, she's full of eggs. The notch, if you're new, signifies that the lobsters are capable of breeding. So that way, if they're caught down the road by another fisherman when the lobsters don't have eggs, that fisherman can tell that this lobster is capable of breeding and they must be released. The notch protects them, keeps them in the ocean. It's a way of signifying the lobsters that are capable of reproducing and protecting them and ensuring a healthy population stays in the ocean. So we're going back and forth a little bit, discussing the competition strategy and what kind of lobster they should be looking for. Arguably, a smaller one obviously will lose the grip strength competition, but it could win the hanging competition because it's much lighter and it could win the race. I don't know if there's a big advantage to getting a larger lobster or not. We'll see what they end up picking in the end. Cody has got a little bit of advantage early on this morning because he gets the first pick out of the traps. So Cody's leaving some lobsters for Tristan to look at as they slide back to him, so he just left one for him.
I look like Jeremy this morning.
So how are you feeling about the lobster that Cody left you?
he's just sleeping. He's okay.
You might win the grip strength test.
So after Cody finds his lobsters, he's gonna end up leaving a lot of lobsters in the traps. Instead of picking the lobsters out of the traps, he's just gonna pick the crabs out, slide the lobsters back to Tristan. That way Tristan has a chance to pick out a nice lobster as well. But we first need Cody to find his lobster still. He's being awful fussy. There's gotta be one in there for you. That one actually has like 4 or 5 lobsters in it. Look at her, what's wrong with her?
Yeah, that one right there.
That actually is a beauty.
My girl right there.
She's not bad.
Look, somebody notched the other side.
The wrong
Don't even
side.
count, but I think that's my girl. She just lost her eggs. She's got an attitude.
She's got a little shell disease, but I think that's all right.
Yes.
That just makes her more
Don't
mad.
talk about that.
All right. Yeah, you gotta name her.
I'm gonna hold on. Give me a minute.
All
I'll
right.
let you know in a minute.
All right.
I didn't think that far
You
ahead.
can't rush him on picking his lobster, and you can't rush him on naming it either.
Nope. That right there is Growlin' Greta.
Growlin' Greta, all right.
Yeah.
And that's your contestant.
Yep. She's gonna win.
What traits does she have that gives you the confidence in her?
Well, she's quite ugly. She's a little bit rotted. I don't know. She just. seems like a winner.
She's
That's
just.
my girl right there.
Yeah. All right. Cody's got Greta picked out. He says he's got a lot of confidence in her. We're giving him 100 traps to pick out their lobsters. We've hauled about 40 so far. Now we're going to give Tristan a chance to look through some lobsters and pick out his lobster. And at the 100 trap mark, we'll have him go head to head on the first competition of the day. Tristan's declining all of them. He's saying, nope, not good enough. Watch him get like a 10-pound oversized, because that would be a guaranteed victory, I think, on the grip string. I don't know. It's hard to say. That small
not
one
on
might
the hanging,
surprise
though.
us. That's true. Yeah, what gives you the advantage on the crushing game, on the claw strength, would give you a disadvantage on the hanging game. And also the race is a wild card. The race, you never know. You might just get a lobster that sits there and doesn't move.
How do you get a lobster to run? I mean, really?
You might want to put him in a bucket and keep water on him and keep him good and healthy.
Stay in front of him.
Yeah. So all of these crabs that we're catching are not only a nuisance and add to a lot of work throughout the day, because just getting them out of the trap is a lot of work. We got to pick them. We got to roll these 65-pound traps over upside down to dump them out. It adds a lot of work, but not only that, the worst part is the bait that they're eating. Last haul, we put about $1,000 worth of bait on these 400 traps, and that's what's left of it, just bones and heads. And the crabs are eating the bait before the lobsters get a chance to crawl in. Similar to how we talked about in the last video, the slime eels taking our bait. Same idea, but right here in this area, it's crabs taking our bait. They're costing us a fortune in bait and in catch. I wish they would go away. Earlier this week, we hauled the traps that we baited on the slime eels last week. The day we hauled them, we weren't recording a video, but I did record the haul back, so you guys can check that out here. All right, the slime eel traps have now been sitting almost a week, longer than our normal set, because the weather came in. We got a lot of fall wind come through the past few days. Northeast blew like 30 for the last 3 or 4 days. But we finally got out to check them out. Tristan's been right on the edge of his seat the whole time. He's just hoping and praying that these things fish.
I pray there isn't even a crab in there.
It's gonna be just straight lobsters, no crabs.
Nice clean lobster.
Yeah, this is gonna be the secret bait. 2 of them had bait bags and 2 of them were strung on spikes. Bait bag. 1 keeper and 2 crabs. Oh, Tristan might be in luck here. Great crabs. 4 crabs out of the second one. 1 more keeper.
A handful of crabs.
Handful of crabs.
Oh.
Here comes the second string.
I don't like this.
Crabs like them, Tristan.
Good thing we ain't no crabber.
And the final one. Oh, this is the trap that doesn't catch anything anyway. Well, that's pretty poor. We hauled 5 traps and we only got 2 keepers. The crabs liked them. They were gone, which surprises me. A lot of times if bait doesn't work, nothing will eat it. It'll just stay there and it'll still be there when you haul them back. But the bait was gone, so they did eat them. Might be an experiment worth trying again when there's not as many crabs around. The crabs might have messed this experiment up. Tristan, what do you think? We should try again?
Yeah, I'll drive the boat that day, though.
Okay, Tristan said we'll try again, but he's driving the boat. So again, I don't think that was a complete fail. At the time, didn't seem like it fished that well, but after hauling these ones and looking back on it in hindsight, I actually think they might have done okay. They caught crabs, stuff ate them. I don't think it was a great time to try that experiment because of all the crabs that we were catching. I think they were interfering with the experiment. That one almost just got me. So we might try it again after these crabs disappear when we can isolate it to just lobsters. I know Tristan really wants them to work, so I think for him, we'll probably give it another shot a little later this year. Tristan thinks he... Oh, she's already got a V-notch. Doesn't qualify.
Disqualified, sorry.
How good was that on a bat?
She is a beauty. Here, right here. See, this one I think would automatically win the hanging competition. It stands a chance in the crawling competition, but it flat out loses the squeeze grip. There is really no rhyme or reason to what lobster's gonna do well in this. I think you do need a hard shell. I think that's all you need. I don't think you want to go into it with a shell. I think we found one for Tristan.
Kind of rotted. She got a little shell disease, but so doesn't mind.
Is that the one?
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Bring her up, show her to us. You got a name for her, or?
Helga.
Helga? Oh,
Helga.
We got some aggressive names. Gretchen? What was yours?
Greta.
Greta?
Horny Helga.
Okay.
Because she's got horns.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Your mind's in the gutter.
Gotcha.
Shell
Little
rot.
shell disease.
But she still seems pretty feisty.
Okay, Helga and Greta. She is a hard shell lobster. Look under her claws how dark they are. I'm betting she's gonna win the grip strength.
The only problem is, though, and you know this, when they start to get a little too shell rotted, they do lose some strength.
I don't know. Stick your finger in there.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do that one. I know, I'm feeling confident.
We still got 50 traps to go. They're both keeping an eye out for upgrades. So we made our way to trap 100 and they've picked out their 2 contestants, Greta and Helga. We got the 2 contestants. We've just made our way to trap 100. We're gonna get the first competition underway. See who can hang off a rope the longest. You might have heard us talking about the hard shell in the shedder, and you might have noticed they've been keeping their eye out for a hard shell. The hard shells bite a lot harder. You can see the difference right here. Underneath this one's claws, you can see are very orange, very light colored, whereas the hard shell are very dark colored. If you were to eat both of these, you could tell a noticeable difference between the 2. The shedders are much sweeter. They're much easier to eat. They're much easier to pick out, but they do have a lot less meat in them. The hard shell are packed full of meat. They look a lot better, but they're not quite as sweet, and they're a lot harder to pick. We prefer to eat the cheddars whenever we eat them. We're gonna get the first competition underway. Calico Jack is gonna be the judge of the competitions. He's gonna observe them, and at the end, we're gonna let him join the race. He's not gonna have any stakes in the race, but he's just gonna follow one of the females off the boat and join the competition. Mine
Be your reward.
Mine's definitely the prettiest. Calico, meet Greta and Helga.
Come on, Greta. Your life is in danger. You need to hold this rope.
One claw each. You guys can pick which claw you want. Whoever hangs on the longest is the winner of round number 1. We're doing 3 rounds. The best 2 out of 3 will be the champion of the day. They will win $1,000.
Woo! You hear that, Greta?
All right.
I got my rent on you.
I'm gonna hold the rope right here. On the count of 3, you guys attach them, let them go. Helga versus Greta. Round 1. Ding, ding, ding. Go!
Come on, Greta. Don't loosen up. Don't loosen up, Greta. Come on.
Tickle it.
Oh, round 1!
You still hang on.
Round 1 goes to Helga! There you go, Tristan. Take her. Take your baby.
Man, Greta!
Now you gotta go get her.
Unreal. I can't believe you did that.
Oh, baby.
All right, Tristan is up 1. We've currently hauled 100 traps. We're gonna haul another 100. And at 200, we're gonna do competition number 2. And at the very end of the day, we'll do the final race at the back of the boat. There's your girlfriend.
Greta.
She let you down. You gotta have a little talk with her.
I had a lot of faith in you. What happened? Hey, see, that's the kind of tenacity we needed right there.
All right, let's put them back in their homes. Let's get back to work. This one's kind of cool. I don't know if the camera will do him justice, but he's got his Halloween claws on. See, his claws are completely orange. This is what a normal lobster claw looks like here. This one I don't think is quite cool enough to bring back home to the tank. We're really hoping we can find a cool one, a blue one, or something unique, or maybe one that's in trouble, one that's hurt and needs some help, maybe some barnacles, missing some claws and legs, and bring her back and rehabilitate her. We really want to start diving into the at-home tank aquarium content. We enjoy making it, and it fits well with our haul day. So let us know what you think of the at-home aquarium content. Again, we'd like to dig more into that, and I'd love to build a bigger tank, a large one, maybe like 1,000 gallons or something, a big concrete tank. If you guys are interested in seeing that kind of stuff, if you like the Calico Jack content and you'd like to see that expanded on, let us know in the comments, or any suggestions or ideas on how to build that. Some creators that maybe would like to collab on that, and just what you guys would like to see in the tank in general. There goes the Halloween clawed lobster. All right, 30 traps to go. We'll be at the 200 trap mark, and we're running round 2 of the Greta Helga competition. Oh, growling Greta! Cody, you're gonna give her a little pep talk.
Yeah, I was mad at her last time. I'm gonna see if I can smooth that over.
We gotta get her head in the game. So again, we're doing 2 out of 3 of the competition. So if Greta loses this next round, which is the grip strength, Cody's out. But as long as Greta can come through and clutch up a win on round 2, then he's still got a chance at $1,000.
You ain't gonna let me down.
So if Greta can clutch up round 2, we're moving on to round 3, which will be the final race off the back of the boat to freedom. First one off the tailgate wins the competition. Last one off the tailgate gets sold for dinner. We ought to let Tristan try to grab him.
Yeah, I was thinking about
with his dishwashing gloves. We always make fun of the orange gloves on the boat.
Yes! Yes!
Okay.
Now we'll make fun of my gloves. That I was gonna show you was an ocean cusk. The ocean, just like most ponds, have cusk in them. They're actually pretty good eating, but we won't know how that one tastes. We need a bogey. Claw Spa is open for business. Not a lot of eggers lately this time of year. Most of the eggers have dropped their eggs, but you can see we got one in the process of dropping them. She's still got quite a few left. She's a large lobster. She might be even oversized. 5 inches would be oversized. She is. Wow. Once they're over 5 inches from their eye down to their back, they're protected. They are the best at breeding. They produce the most eggs when they do breed. Even though she is oversized, we are going to continue to give her the notch, because if she crawls outside of our area into some other areas, they have a different oversized measure, and they could potentially keep her, but they can't keep the V-notch. So it does still add some protection, even though she is oversized here. There she goes. Cute little fella, just a little crawdad. He's already lost his claw and he's regrowing one. Hey, look at that beauty. That is weird. Look at that thing. He's got teeth. That's like, he deserves a good name, and I'm at a loss for words for it. Some kind of superhero or supervillain name. Looks like cat claws right there. See it? That's a gnarly lobster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-pointer. Nice non-typical 6-pointer. Beauty. Little 6-point buck. I don't know if he's quite cool enough for the tank. He might. I think he's a keeper. He is. Keeper by a long ways. It's a pretty cool lobster. I don't, it's kind of a shame to sell him, but I don't know if he's quite cool enough to go into the tank. I guess he could for the time being. Problem is the tank that we have only holds one lobster, which again goes back to the goal. We would like to have a larger tank where we could keep every lobster that we catch like this. This would be a cool one. If we had a large enough tank where we could keep dozens of lobsters in it, then this would be a cool one to chuck in there. But for the time being, we can only keep one. Unless you guys have a lot of interest in seeing that kind of content, let us know. Leave a like on this video, leave some comments. Let us know what we should do with them and if we should start working on that extremely large, absurd tank. I think that would be so cool.
I think we need to do it.
Round 2, Greta versus Helga coming up.
Sorry I yelled at you, little darling. We're gonna give you a little snack. We've got work to do here. So I only yelled because I expected you to do better. So I'm sorry. It hurt my feelings as bad as it did yours, okay? But now, you lose this round, you're dinner.
All right, you're doing really good so far, dear. But I got rent due this week, and if you don't win, you're gonna be dinner because we ain't gonna be eating.
All right, competition number 2 is underway. It's quite simple. All they gotta do is squeeze this grip strength measurer, and whichever one squeezes hardest wins round number 2. We've got Calico Jack out again to witness the comedy. We also probably will let Calico give it a squeeze as well and see what he's got, although he's quite soft from recently shedding, so I don't think he'll be able to squeeze very hard. Round number 2, Tristan, if you win this one, $1,000 is yours. You don't even have to compete in the 3rd round. Cody, if you win this one, we're going on to the 3rd round, which would be the lobster race off the stern, which I think would be pretty funny. So I'm kind of rooting for Cody on this one. Here we go.
You got this one, baby. Cody.
Here goes Tristan. This is quite a big grip, too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no, Tristan.
Helga!
Why don't you try the pincher claw so you can at least get on the chart? You got 2.8 pounds, 3 pounds, 3.4.
Are you kidding me? I'm gonna eat you just for that.
3.4 pounds for Helga. All right, Cody, you've got a pretty low bar to beat here.
That's good.
3.4, you ought to be able to get that, right?
I think so.
Ready? I saw 8 there for a second, but I don't know if that was you or her. Will you be honest and tell us?
Oh, well, I didn't think I was pushing.
All right.
Oh, it shut off again. All right.
Battery's
hold on.
time.
Pep talk. Come on, Helga, let's go. No, not Helga, Greta.
You're as confused with the names as I am. Here we go. There it is. She got it. It was 9.6 for one moment.
What a That's my
Victor,
girl.
round 2.
Woo.
Greta.
Growling Greta.
Growling Greta. All right. We got another 100 traps to haul. After those, we're going to go on to round 3, which will be the race off the back of the boat for the $1,000. We're
I
tied.
come to life for the race, honey.
Tied going into round 3. Oh, we might as well see what Calico Jack can do. Show him up, Calico. Show him how jacked you are. Calico was jacked before he shed, but I don't know about now.
Let's see what he's got.
4.8. Holy.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Jacked with 21 pounds. Nice, jacked. Good job. All by himself. That's pretty good for a shedder. You showed those females up. All right, back to work. Competition is quite literally getting on his head. It's crazy how tough the lobsters are. Look at this one. It's completely missing its tail. It's got in a fight with something. All of its tail flippers are gone. I don't even know how it could recover or survive from that. Even with its tail missing, it's still doing extremely well. It's very strong, very healthy. Even with half of its tail missing, it's got more life than Greta and Helga.
Funny, you remember their names that time.
I remember them when I'm making fun of them. This could actually be a potential candidate for the tank, but it seems to be doing fine. I don't think it needs any kind of rehabilitation. Cool to find one like this that has some barnacles, missing a claw, maybe missing some legs. One that could have a hard time surviving in the wild. This one's doing just fine for now. Hey, look at that one. Calico Jack's brother. He's almost a twin to Calico Jack. He's missing something. He's missing his pincher claw. He's only got a crusher claw. He is in good shape though, other than that. Pretty cool. He's got yellow spots. Not quite as vibrant as Jacked, but man, I bet he can squeeze. He's a hard shell. And these are said to be one of the rarest lobsters in the ocean. They're supposed to be 1 in 30 million. They're calico lobsters. This one, I don't know if you'd really consider a full calico, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. Very similar to Calico Jack in the back. Not only 1 in 30 million, but now it's kind of crazy. We actually have 2 of them on the boat at the same time. So we got 2 lobsters that are 1 in 30 million each. Pretty cool. We're gonna introduce him to Calico Jack. Maybe they're long lost brothers. So here is Calico Jack and his long lost brother. Look at this, they're almost twins. Really cool. They got very similar color patterns. Calico Jack is a little bit brighter because he's recently shed. His colors haven't faded quite like one-armed Jack over here has. One-armed Jack has cool colors, but since he's a hard shell lobster, they're not as vibrant and not as shiny. Wonder if this whole litter of eggs was calico lobsters. Pretty cool to think about. All right, we got 35 traps left to haul, and then it'll be the final competition of the day to see who's the winner of the $1,000. And we're also gonna figure out what we're gonna do with all the lobsters we got on the boat. We've got like 5 pet lobsters on the boat at the moment. I have no idea what our plan is with them all.
Yeah,
that would be
ahead.
kind of crazy. Why don't we put him in the tank?
He's wicked excited.
Look at him. Ah, he's mad. He's doing good. Actually, Ben wanted one, so we can put him in the tank for now until Ben had a chance to come over and get it. We got the barrel. We're gonna do that. Now we added another pet to the day. I'm so overwhelmed with what we got going on the back of the boat. This is why we need a bigger tank. With a big tank, we can keep all of these. All right, we're gonna keep him in the barrel for the rest of the day. What a weird looking thing. He looks like he's doing good. We've got more pets going, and we got buckets and barrels. 3 in that one, 2 in this one, and an eel. We got a cunner in there. The eel could be cool in the tank. I'm kind of excited about that. All right, we got 15 traps left. All right, I feel pretty good about the eel. Of course, we catch lobsters all the time, and lobsters are cool to keep in the tanks, but I'm equally or more excited about throwing that thing in the tank. The kids are gonna freak out. Jace and Kai will be so excited. And also Ben over at the Oceanarium, who's been helping us with the tank, actually asked us if we could get him a wry-mouth eel at some point. So he may even be interested in bringing this over to the Oceanarium at some point, but for now we're gonna bring him home, stick him in our tank, just observe him. I think it'll be kind of fun. All right, 15 traps to go. Here comes the last one of the day. Final countdown. Now to make a complicated stern even more complicated, we're gonna catch a blue lobster in the last trap of the day. I guess that would make it less complicated. That would answer all the questions about what we're taking home. Someday, maybe not this fly, maybe so, I'm gonna catch that perfect blue lobster. I've only caught one in my life that was a little bit blue. It's kind of cotton candy. I don't know if I'd consider it a full blue lobster. It was pretty neat, but we're still out searching for the dark, beautiful blue lobster. Hopefully by then we have the nice, big tank for it so we can keep it as a pet when we catch it. Blue lobster! Blue, blue, blue. One more trap of the day to catch old blue. Not today. There's a nice male in there. Big old buck. 7 or 8 bucks. Woo! Woo!
That one right there.
2 of them. We got 2 nice bucks in there. All right. That's the coolest catch of the day right there. I don't think that $16 is putting much of that in the fuel bill or the bait bill. We got about $1,200 in bait and about $500 in fuel. So 1,700 bucks when we left the dock. There's 16 back towards it. All right, there goes the final 5 traps of the day. Now it's showtime to see who's gonna go home with the $1,000. Yee-hoo! And then it's showtime to see who picked the $1,000 lobster. Greta versus Hagrid. All right, before we get into the competition, we have one last thing we're gonna do. We're gonna send Calico Jack and his brother home free since we got the wry-mouth eel that we're taking back to the tank. We're gonna give him a little engraving on his claw. Then maybe if somebody catches him again, they'll see the name, they'll let him go. We have no way to protect him since he's a male. Even a V-notch won't protect him, so we just gotta hope that his unique colors and the name on his claw, if future fishermen catch him, they'll let him go. Maybe we'll catch him again, maybe we'll see him again soon. We're gonna throw him over right near some of our other traps. So here we go.
Yeah, you gotta put Calico too.
No, just Jack.
Okay.
Short for Calico Jack.
Just take
This doesn't hurt, and this is just his shell. When he sheds, it'll be gone. So it'll only last 1 shed. Luckily, he just shed, so he won't shed again until next year. So he's got the whole winter to get caught again before he gets rid of this name. Spent 6 months in solitary confinement, and everybody's wondering how he got set free, and he's like, you wouldn't believe it if I told you. It's like, first I plugged the filter in the tank so it got dirty, and then after they tried to clean the tank, they put me in a dish on the windowsill. I couldn't quite get out of the dish, and a pelican came and saved me. He scooped me up, put me in his mouth, flew me back to sea. There he is, Calico Jack. There you go. There's one. There goes Jack's brother. Our final goodbye to Calico Jack. May we meet again, old boy. How you feeling? Who's confident? Who's not?
We're doing pretty good. We're looking lively right now.
We got some life to them.
Good and lively. All right.
Oh yeah.
They might just go limp when we put them down.
All right.
Growling Greta is ready to run.
You've been stretching her legs and rubbing her back. For $1,000, here is the racetrack. We're going to start them both right here. and we're gonna see if they'll crawl their way towards the stern. All right, the rules are simple. When I tell you to, you're each gonna place a lobster right here on the starting line, and you can start your engines. The first one to crawl off the back of the boat will be the winner of the $1,000. All right, ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. Go.
Greta, come on, honey. You gotta use God's wheels. Come on, Greta.
You got this. Go.
You got it.
Go, Greta, go. Yes.
Come on, Greta.
You're about to get caught. This is it.
You're killing me.
Final
I got
show.
I have read you.
Go.
Go on, honey. Go on. Oh. Come on. Get a little life. Come on. Oh.
She's going.
Oh.
She's going.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey. Get going.
Come on.
Get going.
She's going.
Yes.
Yes.
She's going. Come on,
Greta,
honey.
go.
Yes.
She's going.
Greta.
Yes. Come on. Come on, you.
So disappointed.
Yes. Come on. Hey.
Greta.
I'm gonna get you at the eight.
She's going to.
I'm gonna get
Cody, you gotta get going.
Come on, you. Come on.
Go, Greta, go. You're not doing
Yes.
anything.
She's going the wrong way, Tristan.
I can't rearrange it.
Greta, go. Oh, did you see that? She just stole your snack.
Come on.
You better get it.
This was a little bit anticlimactic. I thought they were gonna crawl a little faster than this. Usually when you set a lobster down, they go, but of course the trend today continues where Greta and Helga are kind of useless. We're gonna keep Helga's lead. Helga did pull ahead a little bit, so we're gonna put Helga in the front with the lead she deserves, and then Greta's coming in the back, but we're gonna slide them both ahead. So they're both 3 feet closer to the edge than they were. We're gonna resume the competition. They're giving them a drink.
I was giving mine a drink. I got caught. Oh, come on. Have a good drink, girl. It's what you need to win.
So Tristan, set yours down with the lead that you had. On your mark, get set, go!
Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on, you. Straighten your tail back out so you can run up. You're going the wrong way.
Greta, go. Please, Greta,
I guess we're gonna have to add to the rules. You are allowed to steer them. You can keep them pointed forward.
Okay.
Because I don't think you guys are ever gonna make it off the boat at this rate. When we came up with this idea, I pictured this going quite a lot better in my
I
head.
actually figured they would move.
I thought you guys would pick lobsters that would actually move. I didn't think you guys were gonna pick
I guess this is all.
shell-rotted lobsters that won't move.
Oh, she wants it though. Look.
Next time, me and Jeremy are racing.
I was concerned about the crushing factor, so I don't know.
It is a challenge because one advantage gives you a disadvantage in the next one.
Come on, honey.
Go.
A lot of it's.
All right, hold on, time out. We're gonna scooch him ahead a little bit farther. We're gonna keep Tristan's lead.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
How are we feeling about this?
All right.
You're gonna have to.
Is that fair?
I think it's all the only option we got.
I don't think we're ever gonna make it off the boat at
Greta,
this rate.
go. You're so close. Can you see that friggin' water? Go.
Oh,
Come on, you. I'm just gonna tickle you.
She's gonna go.
You come on. Come on, you.
going.
You almost got it.
Yes. Guess what? You're stubborn.
It wasn't a complete fail. We made it across the finish line with a little bit of help. We're gonna try this again. Maybe even with some crabs. Crabs are a little more active on the ground. Lobsters, especially when these two pick them out, turns out they're pretty slow. Tristan, here's your prize money. We still gotta go home and we gotta release the, we're gonna see if we can get the rye mouth into the tank at home. So good job on the race.
I think with this money, I am gonna treat all four of us out to dinner.
Good enough.
Sound good?
We're headed for dinner.
Real good. Better man.
Unless-
Are you bringing that lobster to dinner?
Oh, yes, this is my
We're
dinner.
gonna bring. Okay, got it. Jace, look, come here.
Got a lobster.
What is that? It's an eel, right?
I know what lobster's hiding under the dirt.
The lobster's hiding under the dirt. Oh yeah. All right, so the eel is in his home. He looks like he's doing all right. I don't know. Ben said that they survived pretty well in a tank, but this is gonna be a little bit of an experiment. A lot of this tank housing is gonna be an experiment with any species we put in it. We're pretty unexperienced with it, but Ben is helping us and telling us what are good pets to keep in the tank and what aren't. He said rye mouths tend to do well. So there is our first rye mouth eel. We'll keep you updated on him, and he might end up going over to the oceanarium. We'll see. For now, he's gonna be in this tank, and I'm pretty excited to observe him. I'm curious what he's gonna eat. We're gonna try to feed him worms. We also need a name for him. So I kinda like the name Rhino. Since he's a rye mouth eel, I think Rhino goes well, but leave some name suggestions in the comment. The one with the most likes will be the winner. That crab is on the other side of him chewing him. We're gonna have to get rid of that crab. I guess he'll probably eat him. I bet he'll eat him. Look, he's bothering him. He's actually hurting him. All right, so again, I like the name Rhino, but let me know what you think in the comments, what the best name is. We'll continue to give you updates on each video. The next day we go to haul, maybe we'll try to find something to feed him, some bloodworms or sandworms. We'll keep you posted.